Hello there, my name is Yuvan and I'm a representative of Group K2. I will be presenting to you our research titled Reviving Cultural Authenticity to Sustain Heritage Tourism Growth in Petaling Street. Petaling Street is renowned for its unique cultural authenticity and historical significance and has become a hot tourism revenue. It has brought huge impact to the place in aspects of economy, social, and environment. However, there is a significant drop in heritage tourism at Petaling Street due to unknown factors. Therefore, it is essential to dig up the root of cause. Our study aims to address the loss of cultural authenticity in Petaling Street. By identifying the causes, we can explore ways to preserve its identity while fostering sustainable heritage tourism. Petaling Street holds significant historical value with its legacy of traditional food stalls, restaurants, and cultural practices. Heritage tourism focuses on exploring and appreciating a region's culture and history. Cultural authenticity is at the heart of heritage tourism. By preserving it, we can boost heritage tourism growth. Allow me to speak on the problem statements. However, urbanization has brought significant challenges that destroy the identity of the street. First, the influx of foreign workers has changed the demographic fabric of the area. There's also a noticeable decline in Chinese vendors who once defined the street's identity. Traditional trades are being replaced by counterfeit products. This has strongly eroded the authenticity visitors seek. Petaling Street's cultural authenticity is fading under the weight of urban development and commercial pressures. It can be seen from the traditional architecture that is being replaced by modern designs, which erodes its historic identity. The richness of its culinary and artistic heritage is also being diluted. If these trends continue, Petaling Street risks losing its status as a cultural landmark, a loss not just for Kuala Lumpur but for the heritage tourism industry as a whole. Therefore, we ought to revive cultural authenticity to sustain heritage tourism growth in Petaling Street. At the heart of the issue lies the loss of cultural authenticity, which stems from four key areas: historical significance, architectural style, cultural continuity, and traditional food and art. These are the four key areas that makes Petaling Street authentic and how they were destroyed. Urbanization and a lack of preservation efforts have diminished Petaling Street's historical value. Gentrification and urban development erase the street's cultural identity by replacing historic buildings. Younger generations leave traditional businesses, causing a loss of cultural knowledge and an aging population. Lastly, younger generations avoid traditional businesses, leading kopitiams to prioritize modern trends while gentrification threatens local vendors and shops. Now we have discovered the root cause of the loss of authenticity. We can propose solutions to each of the key areas. For historical significance, educate the public about the rich heritage of the street and integrate modern uses into historic buildings without compromising their character. For architectural style, implement zoning and adaptive reuse strategies to modernize while preserving the architectural character of the street. Government can provide subsidies and incentives to businesses and artists that preserve and pass down cultural heritage. Last but not least, secure government support to enforce heritage laws, fund local businesses, and promote heritage-focused tourism initiatives. Building on the insights from the conceptual framework, we now turn to the research method, which outlines the approach and techniques used to investigate the issues and implement the proposed solutions. This conceptual framework serves as a guide to understanding the factors contributing to the loss of cultural authenticity in Petaling Street and how we can address them effectively. Research method. Throughout the process, we have conducted 3 different methods to do research, which are site visit, literature review, and architecture analysis. Site visits allowed us to immerse ourselves in the environment of Petaling Street, experiencing its culture firsthand. This included tasting the traditional food, observing the visual appeal of the street, and engaging with the local community to understand its cultural dynamics. Moreover, literature review helped us uncover historical records that document the origins of Petaling Street and its cultural influences. This provided valuable insights into the evolution of its heritage and the demographics of tourism and local businesses. As architectural students ourselves, analyzing the architecture of the street is a must for us. Architectural analysis focused on examining the Art Deco and colonial influences visible in the shophouses. We explored how these architectural features have changed post-colonially and how they contribute to the overall heritage value of Petaling Street. And now for the research questions. Our research focuses on two critical questions that guide this study. What is causing the loss of cultural authenticity in Petaling Street? And how can we sustain Petaling Street's cultural authenticity? These questions help us understand the underlying factors contributing to the decline of cultural heritage and identify actionable steps to ensure its preservation. Let's explore the answers. For question number 1, the rapid development of Petaling Street has brought urbanization and modernization to its doorstep. Traditional architecture, once a defining feature of the street, has been replaced by modern buildings. This has also influenced surrounding areas to follow the trend, further eroding the street's historical character. Younger generations are becoming increasingly detached from their historical heritage. With reduced interest in preserving the past, it has contributed to the erosion of Petaling Street's authenticity. Traditional trade in Petaling Street face significant challenges. Younger generations opt for modern education and careers over continuing family-run businesses. This shift has led to the decline of traditional food stalls and craft shops, which are now viewed as outdated and less rewarding. These family trades are being replaced by commercially available products and services, further diminishing the cultural fabric of the street. The decline in generational engagement with traditional trades and heritage threatens the Petaling Street's cultural continuity. Without efforts to preserve these practices, the authenticity of Petaling Street's identity as a cultural landmark is at risk. These factors underscore the urgency of addressing the challenges to preserve the rich heritage of Petaling Street, and therefore we seek solutions. For question number 2, preserving the cultural authenticity of Petaling Street is essential to ensure it remains a vibrant and cherished heritage site. Here are 3 key strategies to achieve this: public awareness and education, business support, and sustainable tourism and preservation. Public awareness and education are vital. Campaigns that highlight Petaling Street's historical and cultural importance can increase appreciation among both locals and visitors. Heritage tours showcasing traditions, stories, and landmarks can bring its history to life. Organizing cultural events can further engage the community, integrating Petaling Street's cultural significance into school curriculums ensures younger generations foster their understanding and valuing its heritage. Supporting traditional businesses is another crucial strategy. Financial incentives such as grants or subsidies can help younger generations sustain family-run operations, encouraging a focus on traditional industries, including hawker stalls and handmade crafts, ensures that these unique trades are preserved and valued in the community. Sustainable tourism and preservation efforts can balance modern development with cultural integrity. Promoting authentic cultural experiences helps attract tourists while maintaining the area's heritage. Regulations should discourage mass commercialization and overdevelopment. At the same time, these regulations should establish protection against traditional businesses and preserve the cultural character of Petaling Street while allowing modern updates. By focusing on these strategies, we can revitalize Petaling Street as a thriving cultural landmark while safeguarding its rich heritage for future generations. In summary, urbanization, modernization, and shifting societal trends are eroding the cultural authenticity in historical districts like Petaling Street. Preservation, however, is possible through targeted efforts. These include implementing heritage protection laws, launching public awareness campaigns, promoting sustainable tourism initiatives, and equally important is the support for traditional businesses. By striking a balance between preservation and modernization, Petaling Street can remain a vibrant symbol of Malaysia's cultural heritage, a place where history, tradition, and community come together to create a truly unique experience. Thank you for joining us on this journey to rediscover and sustain the authenticity of Petaling Street.